what they're doing is they are holding their beautiful, positive experiences alongside their tough, difficult experiences, the pain, the regret, and they're starting to generate a sense of insight and meaning. So for me, as an example, and I want to come back to this teacher because it was such a remarkable thing that she said to me. The example was, I kind of found, not to force it or not to contrive it, but when I was doing this writing, that over a period of time, I started to connect with like a sense of resilience in myself. So it was like I would write about these difficult experiences, and then I would like over time start recognizing that like I just had this like inner sense of resilience and connection. And so circling back to your word calm, I came out of the writing with a sense of having seen the self, a sense of calm. Does that?
Yeah, of course. It's interesting because when my father passed earlier this year, and thanks for reaching out and sending me a text, it was really thoughtful. When he passed, I remember everyone was asking me like, how are you doing? And I was like, to be honest, I'm sad and grateful.
Yeah.
I kept saying like, I'm really sad that it happened this way, and that he was in an accident for 17 years, and I didn't get to have the relationship that I had with him. And I'm trying to find sense of that and find the meaning in that process. But I'm also really grateful because there were some beautiful times we had together. Yeah. So I'm sad and I'm grateful. And I kept saying that. I'm like, I'm sad and I'm grateful.
Yeah, and there's bothness, isn't there? And I think that's the beauty. It's like this circling back to what we were saying earlier about this narrative that they're good and bad emotions. What this does is it sets these emotions up against each other. But we are, that beautiful, we contain multitudes. Like we experience more than a single emotion.
Right.
We can simultaneously hold these things. And so the way that we move into a space of holding them is not by making one of them good and one of them bad, but rather recognizing that what you feel is what you feel. There's such power in the acceptance. I don't mean passive resignation. I just mean acceptance. Like, this is what I feel, and there's such power. I just wanted to quickly circle back to something that this teacher said.
Yes.
Years later, so this teacher, I'm 15, years later, I go to a conference, and there's someone at this conference who gives a talk and says, there are going to be people in your life who've really shaped who you are, shaped your experience. And if that person doesn't know that they've shaped your life and shaped your experience,